Hey Christian, you ran a controlled experiment to see what happens when students are actually allowed to use AI in the class, right?
That's right. Exactly. My collaborators, Luke Bloomfield, and I ran this experiment at UMass Amherst last semester. We had two back-to-back sections of the same upper-level economics course, same instructor, same slides, same exams. The only difference, one section could use AI with guidance and the other could not use it.
So in terms of the grades, did AI make the students actually smarter?
Not really. Exam grades were basically identical across the board, but when we looked at what happened inside the classroom, that's where things got a little interesting.
Okay, so tell us, what did you find in the whole study?
Students with the AI access participated more, much more. Their iClicker scores were significantly higher, meaning they were answering more in-class questions correctly. So while the test scores were the same, engagement really increased significantly.
In the AI course?
Correct.
And
correct.
did that translate to better attendance in the course?
Yes, students in the AI class showed up more often. Almost 70% attended all or almost all classes compared to about 45% in the non-AI group. And that for us was a really big deal, something that we didn't expect. More participation, better attendance, and essentially the same performance.
So one idea that I have is, did AI make them work less?
Actually, it made them more efficient. They spent less time outside the class studying, but they were more engaged during class.
Okay, and how did they use AI? Were they just letting it do the work for them?
Not really. So what we found was that they had longer, more focused AI sessions. They caught more errors and they modified the outputs more often. And they usually prefer their own answers over the AI answers. So they weren't really outsourcing the learning. They were actually thinking with AI.
That's great. How did this affect how they felt about their learning process?
What we find is that students reported feeling more confident, more efficient, and more engaged. And also, they were more likely to say that they wanted AI-intensive careers down the line.
How about their perception of the instructor and the class evaluations, for instance?
That was one of the most encouraging findings. What we see is that course evaluations went up across almost every category. We have, I believe, 13 questions, even though grades were the same. And we verified that this wasn't really grade inflation. It was just that students were more satisfied and engaged with the class.
Great. So what's the takeaway for students and teachers?
We feel like this is a win-win situation where students learn as much, but they're happier, they're more confident and more engaged. And on the other hand, the other side of the win is that instructors benefit too, with higher attendance, stronger participation, and better overall evaluations.
Great. So in the end, same grades, higher engagement, more confidence, and better evaluations, huh?
Exactly. That's what we felt. It wasn't expected. We thought grades were going to go up, but the benefits came from somewhere else. So we think teaching with AI doesn't replace learning. There's a possibility that we can enhance it, and that's where the future of education is probably going to be.
Great.